accommodate, encourage and embrace change while deriving agile model and keep the technical debt at low cost. So through this session, we're planning to address the challenges and meeting the customers faster time to market. At the same time, taking the care of above mentioned issues, essentially trying to cocktail the technical best practices and delivery processes so that the product is delivered successfully. So for that, I would like to call upon Megha Varnan and Alok Kumar. So Megha Varnan, he's a computer science engineer and has been in the IT industry for 2+ decades and have served 100+ large global enterprises across the world in the BPM space. Last 5+ years into the OutSystems and have delivered 20+ projects for both startups and enterprise customers. Have authored a book on project management concepts and predominantly talks about mixing waterfall and agile, but now only advocates agile delivery model. About Alok Kumar works as an engineering manager for rapid application development team at Ocean Engineering International and design delivery. Having 18+ experience of years in software development, design and delivery, he has been practicing OutSystems for more than 2 years and has designed, developed and delivered 13+ applications for mobile, web and web applications. So yeah, without further ado, over to you.
So good afternoon, friends. I know after a good meal, some of you or all of you will be feeling sleepy, and also the India-Pakistan match is happening. So many phones, I think, are already searching for stores. Okay, trust us. We'll try to make your 30 minutes worthy. Okay, so with that we will get into this. So today in this 30 minutes we are going to talk about come taste the Maya or the power of low-code. Okay, I'm going to touch upon the Maya and Mr. Alok will bring the power. Okay, so he already introduced, so we'll get to the next slide. So the first 10 minutes I'm going to talk about the strategic insights of low-code, and the next 15 minutes Mr. Alok will share the real-time his experiences in implementing low-code projects for the last 5+ years. Okay, and after that we will have a 5 minutes Q&A session where we can have interactive discussions around how not to deliver projects or how to deliver projects. So with that essence, so low-code, how the evolution of low-code, if you see, between 1940 to 1960 or 1970s, customers were building applications using languages like C, Fortran, Pascal. Many of you may not even know the names of Fortran and Pascal, but that's how the applications were built. So between 1980 to 2000, it was more around the object-oriented concepts, making things modular, making things simpler, and building applications faster. Right? So during that time, a lot of languages like C++, Java, etc. came into the forte. So during this time, along with this, a lot of disruptive technologies came into the picture. Like for example, cloud, internet, and mobile. So these 3 technology disruptions made customers do their businesses very, very differently, for which the customers required to deliver applications or build applications much faster than they would expect in a pro code or a high code situation. Okay, in this context, the low code as a space got evolved and they captured the market. It's not that only in the last 5 years low code has come. Low code has been in the space. For example, OutSystems has been in the market for more than 20+ years. So last 20+ years low code is there, but in the last 5 years they have grown significantly. So if you ask me why, okay, so customers started realizing that they need to democratize their IT architecture. They need to build applications which are hyper automated, and they need to build applications which are composable. Yeah, so this kind of a need has become so important that the low code was able to offer this, and that became a trend. Which is why, if you see the size of the market size of the low code, as on today, it is only 10%. Of a $250 billion size, it's only $25 billion. But in the next 5 years, it is expected to grow from $25 billion to $150 billion and occupying like a 25% of size. Okay, so this kind of hype is there. The reason, because low-code is offering a lot of benefits, and some of them includes speed in which we are able to build the application and deliver the application, the agility, simplicity in providing multiple experiences, innovation for everyone, and the most important thing is the end of shadow IT. So customers started realizing the great benefits of this, and that is where they are getting into the space of the Maya, right? So the important aspect is low-code. We are all from the low-code community. We are all experiencing the power of low-code. So low-code is very powerful. In parallel, if you see agile process is also very powerful. Okay, waterfall had not been so successful, but agile is very successful. So now two powerful things are mixing here. Okay, and so what happens when we have cocktails? The next day, some of us have hangovers. Sometimes we get hangover. Sometimes we do not. Right? So in this kind of a scenario, when you are adopting or adapting agile and low code, you get benefits. At the same time, you have to handle with caution. The reason, the low code development is really faster, okay, which is good, which is positive. But at the same time, in practice, if you see customers, are they able to share requirements so fast? Are they able to test applications faster? No. So there has to be some amount of caution that we need to exercise. It offers you speed, but at the same time, there will be a compromise in terms of quality. So we need to exercise caution. So different stakeholders in the customer space are moving in different speed. Now so the project management team has to manage the expectations of different stakeholders who are moving at different speeds, right? So the important aspect is how to overcome these challenges when the cocktail goes wrong, so that the next day you don't get into hangover. Okay, I am saying these are the points, and I'm only going to touch upon these points, but these points will be handled in depth in more real time by Alok. So one is increase collaborations. Increase your collaborations as much as possible. Very important. Stay focused. Have a laser focus on the backlogs. Eliminate dependencies. Have effective retrospectives and increase ceremony efficiency. These are all theoretical aspects. I am going to now request Mr. Alok to continue and then talk about his real-time experiences and how to overcome the low-code challenges and low-code agile challenges. Over to you, Mr. Alok.
Thanks, Mega. Thank you guys for joining me. And how are you doing today?
Good.
Nice. So let's talk about something else. Like we already working closely developing code, low code, no code, talking about things. But firstly, I will go over the background, the process model or software development model. So what is it? So how many of you have knowledge about this waterfall model? Great. So did you figure out what was the pain with this waterfall model? Can anybody explain?
Getting outdated.
Outdated, that's okay. That's why I just mentioned this necessity is mother of invention. So we have other models also. The problem was this waterfall model was that you cannot start the next step until this previous step is complete. And that was became a bottleneck for this model. Before 2000, it was all the software product is developing very well, easy. But what is happening when the startups came? They just competing with other things, disrupting market. Somebody come and disrupt the market, and whoever doing the business, they need to accommodate and they fight with them with their model. So this model was not kept out. So they introduced in 2001 a group of developers sit together and find the Agile manifesto. What they did nothing, but they changed the perception or the way of doing things. Although they are following the same model, but a different way. Instead of planning for 6 months, they plan for the 2 weeks to 3 weeks. And all the activities doing their parallelly. So what was the outcome? Customer can see the product or something at the end of 3rd week. And they happy, they share the feedback and they see something. But there was also a problem with this model also. Do you know anyone? What was the problem with this model? Anybody? No?
Milestone keeps changing, right? You think we're iterating, we iterate more and more, right?
Yeah, that is
It becomes very tough.
Yes. Another was the problem was to follow this model, again you have something written. Okay? So again you need to requirement. But what were startups who don't have any requirement, but they have idea in mind. And how to whom they go there and they talk and they come something with idea. So then this model I introduced. It is called RAD, Rapid Application Development Model, which is more oriented towards the prototyping, designing, and iterating. Show the customer, receive the feedback, and then iterate again, and then finally send for the construction and testing. So this model actually gained the pace in recent time, and it helping the startups. They don't have anything, they don't have a technical background, but they have thought process in mind based on their day-to-day activities. So here the RAD is actually helping them to overcome these all things. Quicker delivery, no need to write all the set of documentations, involve the BA in this during the initiation of the business model. Because startups at that point of time, they don't have fund to hire this set of all team structure. So here the RAD model is helping now. Now, for the RAD model, what we need? Something quicker deliver. Something can accommodate changes at the certain moment of time or any moment of time. Like the feedback, either if somebody doing in the third day of development or fourth day of development. If customer comes something with a new idea, they can adjust either dev team or tech team can adjust at any point of time. So this model is helping. So now the what tools and technology will help us to come this thing. To support the RAD, only the low code is helping them. To move with the pace for the RAD as well as low code. Because in the pro code, you don't have a capability to write the code and simple. Because RAD is doing the faster, but the pro code is doing the slower. It's not like that they're not capable. Because of their structure. Their organization is such a well designed that is they take time. Because of they need to write the algorithm to come over the function, to come over the process model. So these make things like a little complicated. So to overcome this, so RAD actually the RAD proto model type for the startup and low code is very working closely to set their milestone or set their achievement of product development design faster and quicker. What are the problem with the pro code is that is pro code, you actually want to see the pro code, you need to write the algorithm in your machine. But in case of low code, if you're lucky, you can find some inbuilt component. You can find the inbuilt template and you can just customize it and use it in your project. But in case of pro code, either from a .NET background or some other VStack background, you need to write the algorithm. You need to still rely on other packages provided from open source, and then you need to club together and not sure your IT security protocol follow or not. So this was the gap of the between the pro code and low code. So and also this is also allowed the citizen developer. Low code allows the citizen developer so they can play around with the local environment. Why? Because of drag and drop. If you have an Excel sheet with a set of data with column, you can design your forms. But in the pro code, no citizen developer willing to write the code. Citizen developer here I need to say the PM, product owner, the sponsors. In fact, BA, they can also play around with this low-code platform. Why low-code? Quicker implementations. Why? Because of visuals, data-driven controls and all things available. Increase the productivity because of we have inbuilt component available in the marketplace, and they can deliver quickly to the market, and you can deliver to the customer. You can accommodate any processes, any changes, feedback at any point of time during your development cycle or testing cycle. Easy data integration. So you can, if you need in the broker environment, if you're working for any main stack applications and you need to pull the data from your on-prem servers or any cloud servers, you need to define a middle layer. And those middle layers need to be more secure. So otherwise your IT security will be pointed out to you that this is not possible, we cannot expose data in this way. But here this is all the low code is providing the good way. So now the question is, what should be the characteristic of low code? Low code must have a a complete security and compliance available. Security in terms of once you design the application low code, your developer you're doing the faster, but it should not be compromised with the code also. Otherwise, your entire organization will be stale. Besides the designing the applications, your CIO or the legal team of organizations also need to worry about the compliances. It should not. It should also follow your compliances, right? Another is like all the tools. Now generative AI is in talk. So your low code also will capable of AI based driven tool. I mean to say, you need something to do, rest of things it will complete automatically. So this is also capability. Extensivity. How many of from the like a proper environments? I will say experiencing the proper programming languages like C#, Java, PHP. Great. So you will be happy if you find the low code have capability to extend the existing functionality, right? If something is like it is not true, or it is not. I can say that is not perfectly. Everybody or every requirement can become in the form of a component. So there are some of the requirements that you cannot find in the available marketplace. So what we can do? Your low code should be allowed to extend the capability also. In terms of either extend the capability, writing your own code, plug it and play it with your main project repo. Statistics and metrics, your high stable and performance applications, marketplace. I'll talk more about the marketplace, cost effective, that's okay, depending on what kind of features that your low code should be providing. It's all about the costing all thing. So your cost it should be cost effective, not like the expensive product. In terms of some of the product is also available in like the low code platform is highly costly pay in terms of low code. They are selling the product in the like the expensive product they call like if you heard about like anybody heard about Oracle FX? Yeah, they are costly as in selling for the in the name of low code, but they are also competing with this local environment. They are playing, I think since long they are playing well in the local, but they are one of the expensive product in the local marketplace. The marketplace ecosystem. Marketplace ecosystem should be there in the low code environment or platform, by which if somebody have to have idea, then you want to sell the idea at the lowest scale, so they can go to the marketplace, create some component extensions and build it and publish in the marketplace with some of the cost. If somebody need to buy something, they don't have time to write the code, they can come to the marketplace, pay some of the charge to this unique idea people who have published something and get pay money and then build it. So this marketplace will help them to play with the smaller scale also, who have a unique idea to sell something, who have a unique idea to buy something, they can play around. Now, our system is one of the true code platform. How? If you see in the previous slide, I listed out list of features. What should be for the what should be the feature for your local platform? And here you can see that on each of these features, our system is matching, either in terms of security compliances, in terms of AI-based IDing tools, in terms of high performance applications, in terms of analytics and monitoring, in terms of cost effectiveness, in terms of marketplace. I put the star matrix for the Forge because as of now the Forge is only available free of cost. You cannot sell your product, your Forge component is a separate, right? Now, we adopted the out system as I'm a part of machine learning IT and I'm engineering manager there. We adopted the out system, I think, 18 months back, and before that, I worked on some of the POCs. During this journey, we have been delivered as of now 14 different applications, and that applications comprises mobile app, web app, and the business domain of these apps like constructions, manufacturing, asset management, HR, compliances, legal, and quality. Some of the apps come with all the enterprise level authentication and authorization mechanism. Some have inbuilt, or I would say proper well-defined dynamic workflow. Some of things is coming. So one of the case study which I say that cross-platform application. In this application we have integrated create the app for the iOS, Android, and Web. And we have offline capabilities as well as camera. Some of the first company that is mobile capability for the like camera plugin and token-based API. That is before consuming or invoking any API, the token must be valid. And then we expanded the solution for customize the control. And you can see that is in a single report, one of the app in this app, in a single report we have to able to upload more than 500 images. A single report. So you can think about how scalability of this application will have, right? One thing I would like to add, what is happening the area was the custom camera plugin. So what happened? We have a set of like a bunch of own customized tablets across the Australian worldwide, and our mobile app was crashing when the camera was launching on the app. So in the context of cameraman, so what was we able to find that the memory consumed by the camera was not working correctly due to the memory leakage thing. So what we did, we customized and we extend the camera capability using the code of a plugin and use the own camera plugin in the mobile app. And this new camera plugin help us to tackle over this memory, the crash issues with us. So here the thing is, I just want to focus over the extensibility of this OutSystem platform, how it helps us to customize and create own camera plugin and using the water. Now my next case study, which is a part of Oceanary, that was work with the thing that is, we work on the hybrid cloud model in which all the services and all the data of record is distributed among the like on-prem servers and Azure servers as well as some of the file server system. So what we did, we had WSDL based services available from on-premise services, and we need to consume those WSDL services with the help of OutSystem jobs, batch job, and that job basically push the data to the server, and then from there we have further processing and further recording. So these were some of the case studies which we had work on it. And I think I'm done with my slides. So thank you for listening me in very tough time after lunch. Yeah.
Now we will have a Q&A.
So any questions from anyone? I'm happy to answer your questions.